Are going for over exploitation of fisheries. They are catching crabs also. They are catching all the unwanted animals, creatures from the sea and throwing them and taking only the fish. So those creatures are also dying. So we have to think into so many ways to conserve the biodiversity. Then there are so many other threats. Next, there are so many other threats. We have overgrazing, we have urbanization, global warming, mining activities, I told you, then lack of awareness like this, we don't know what to conserve, how to conserve, that is lack of awareness. Then the impact of loss of biodiversity. Next, what is the impact this global warming, climate change, microorganism alter, recently you saw this coronavirus getting mutated, food chain alteration in our water cycle. See, anytime there is a rain, whichever season it's raining, it's flooding. So these are the impact of loss of biodiversity. Next, then how to conserve the biodiversity? We have modifiedly divided this conservation practice into three: traditional approach, modern approach, and innovative approach. Traditional approach, you can go for all your ethnic community conservation, for your culture conservation, which is related to biodiversity. Modern approach, government is going for Project Tiger and Project Elephant, Project Crocodile. There are big projects coming on for the protected areas. These are the modern approaches. Then there can be n number of innovative trends, innovative methods, innovative approaches to conserve biodiversity. We can go for eco-restoration, eco-development, we can go for awareness programs. So there are n numbers. You can also come up with some idea. Next is the slide for the most important thing here is.
Ma'am, one doubt, ma'am, one doubt, ma'am.
Yes, please. Yeah, please put up your question.
Pawan.
Yeah, speak out. Please.
You carry on, madam. Maybe he lost the connection, I think.
Okay. Anybody is having doubt, they can write down and we can discuss later after the presentation. Then the main objective, which Convention for Biological Diversity in 1994, 18th February, India got a party with CBD and they have signed this convention. India became a party to this convention, and there are around 216 countries till now. Many countries the main objective of CBD is conservation, sustainable use, and fair and sustainable utilization. Next, then this convention objectives, this conservation, sustainable use, and fair and equitable sharing is interlinked and is interconnected, is like a cycle. You can see in that I have kept arrows. So these arrows shows that conservation, you all know what is conservation. Conservation is directly linked to sustainable use. Sustainable use means if you want to conserve anything, then you have to sustainably utilize it. Then once you utilize it sustainably, then you will earn fair and equitable sharing out of that bioresource. That is ABS. This is benefit sharing. Benefit share from your bioresource, from your country, from your state, from your village, from your mandal, whatever area you are, jurisdiction. The benefit which you earn from your bioresource is the benefit sharing which you earn. From this benefit sharing, you can again use that amount, that money to for conservation. So it's a cycle. These three objectives is like a cycle. We have to move as per this cycle so that we can go for conservation. Next slide. Then after this, again next. Then after this signing of CBD, the Biological Diversity Act 2002 came into India. Why this act came into India? We have signed CBD. We know how to conserve. We all know what is conservation. We have Wildlife Act. We have so many acts with us. Why there is a need of Biological Diversity Act 2002? Because you can Google and you can get the answer to it. That I will give you a hint and small story also with. In just 5 minutes, that when Philippines and Texas and all did research Philippines did research on haldi or turmeric, pasupu, and they find a property in haldi or pasupu, turmeric, that it is an antibiotic, and they went for patenting this property. When they went for patenting, Indian scientists of CSIR lab, they came to know about this patenting and they asked the government to fight in the international court of law, because it's India's property, India's tradition. Since the traditional time, we know that haldi, this pasupu, turmeric in India is an antibiotic. Whenever we get hurt, we will put haldi, turmeric, pasupu on your wound. That means it is an antibiotic. We all know, but we never have done any research on it. We just know it. So we are scientists fought a case in International Court of Law, and then the Court of Law said that bring a proof that haldi is India's property, or haldi is having the property of antibiotic. Then bring a proof, and we were not able to show any proof. Later on, we got our traditional Ramayana and Vedas where haldi was mentioned, where pasupu was mentioned there, and they proved that pasupu, turmeric, is having an antibiotic property through our old Vedic Purans, and thus we won that case. Later, in the Basmati case of Texas, we lost, not even lost, they named it as Texamati instead of Basmati. But these are cases, small cases, which you can Google and you can learn that how India got an idea that we should have a Biological Diversity Act, which says that there should be some jurisdiction area, some people in the village, some possessiveness, some possession for their bioresource, some feeling of their property. As we protect our gold, our land, the same way that possessiveness, that jurisdiction area, possession, feeling for the bioresource of that area is very important. So we came up with this act, and with the same objectives, that those objectives are conservation, sustainable utilization, and access benefit sharing. So after this act came, we have got National Biodiversity Authority in Chennai, is the headquarter for all the state biodiversity boards. Next slide, please. Then this is an institutional, I think so you are very bad, you are showing the habitat alternation. You can go more forward and come up with this institutional structure for implementation of BD Act. More forward. Yes, more forward. 2 more slides. 1 more. Bus. Yes. Wait. Yeah, wait. So this shows the institution structure. This is national. At the national level, we have a National Biodiversity Authority, which takes care of all the state activities. And then at the state level, we have State Biodiversity Board, which is responsible for the state conservation, sustainable utilization, and assess benefit sharing of that area. Then local, the Biodiversity Management Committees. They are the BMCs at the local level, at the Zilla level, at the Mandal level, at the municipality level, at at the GP level. So all these levels we have biodiversity management committees. In Telangana, all the GPs, mandals, municipality and Zilla Parishad have biodiversity management committees, and they are running, they are functional. You students can go to your village whenever you go in a holiday or vacation, and even if you're not interested in this project, then also you can go and ask your sarpanch that do we have a BMC, who are the members of the BMC. If you want to become a member of the BMC, you can say that I am an educated person and I have interest in this subject, can you make me a member of this BMC. You can, if you are interested for any sort of certain things, you can go and ask your sarpanch. And I'll tell you the most important which you can see from this structure is National Biodiversity Authority, but the actual important thing here is not NBA. The most important thing here is Biodiversity Management Committee, the local committees, because they are the custodians of the bioresource. We here in Hyderabad, they are in Chennai, they don't have any bioresource with them, but the local people, the BMC people, the village people have the actual biodiversity with them. They are the actual holders of knowledge and the resources. Next, please. Next is the, which I told you what this act tells, is going not deeper in that. The new concept of this act is People's Biodiversity Register, which will be more talked by Dr. Sadashivaya later after my talk. Next, we don't need to tell them about the functions of SBBs, and next, functions of BMCs. Yes, the functions of BMCs. Next, please. Next. Yes. So we need to tell them the functions, the students, the functions of a BMC. Functions of BMC is to promote, to conserve, to document the biological diversity. Here comes the PBR. Here is the PBR role. To prepare a PBR in consultation with the local people, the BMCs, the Biodiversity Management Committees. They are, who are they? They are 7 members with 2 women and 1 SC and 1 ST. As per the Act, it is very clear that it should have 2 women, 1 SC and 1 ST, and it should be a 7 members committee, neither 8, neither 9, neither 6, neither 4. It has to be only 7 with 2 women and 1 ST and 1 SC, and the chairperson in Telangana should be the sarpanch of the GP or the Mandal PPP, MPP of Mandal, or ZPP as chairperson of the Zilla Parishad. So these BMCs, these members, these group of people, committee members are responsible to make PBR, People's Biodiversity Register. Are they eligible to make PBR? Are they scientifically strong? No, they are not technically strong. They are not scientifically strong. How can they make a PBR? So we people, we SBBs and people like Sadashivaya, Dr. Sadashivaya, and students like you and other professors like Dr. Varaprasad and other people have to help them, help the BMCs to make PBR, to make a actual PBR. So thus we are here to sit with you students to explain why we need to help the village people and the BMC people. So now I think so you can understand what is the BMC and what is the PBR and how to help them. Next. So unless and until we document anything, we cannot conserve it. Unless and until we know what it is with us, we cannot go for conservation. So we need to document. Next slide. We need to document, we need to conserve, and for documentation, we need to go for PBR. So this is the traditional knowledge. See, Himalaya is using our traditional knowledge by making neem leaf gel, and they are earning so much out of it. But our village people, our people from where they are taking the neem leaves, they even don't know that the Himalaya is earning so much out of it. So this is benefit sharing. I don't want to go more into essence benefit sharing now with the students because they will get confused. We are here for PBR. So let us skip this slide. Next.
Hello.
Next. Next. Next, I have discussed this. Next. Yes, this is about PBR, just a general idea that PBR contains everything, traditional animals, cultural fisheries. This is one format which I have kept in my presentation just to showcase you. Rest Dr. Sadashivaya can tell. Next. Next. You can go to activities because I don't want to discuss about PBR. Dr. Sadashivaya should discuss about it. Next. Here, I just want to tell about certain activities, major activities. Next,
major activities which Telangana State Biodiversity Board is dealing with, and the initiative which Telangana State Biodiversity Board has gone through. Next. Yes, activities. Next. Yeah. So here I want to tell you that here the threatened species of Telangana has been documented by Telangana State Biodiversity Board. Here the picture which you are seeing on the screen is the Machakandalu, your regular pigeon pea, which is called Yerra Machakandalu in Adilabad in one village. This has been registered under BMC Modi Jhari name in the PPFRA register. Then we have certain Pella Jona, Velastani Pella, we have so many local land races which has been registered under PPFRA by Telangana State Biodiversity Board. Next. We have integrated farming system in Adilabad demonstration we have done and with Government of India, and we have kept everything, all this hatchery, this horticulture, everything we have given to the BMCs, and it is under the BMC and still running in Adilabad. Any student of that place can contact me and I can tell them how they can reach that place and learn it. Next. So this is the fish production I'm showing you that the farmer has earned after keeping this hatchery. Next. These are the farm ponds in the village which Telangana State Biodiversity Board has developed under one project. Next. We have procured marketing size fishes and we have linked it with BMCs. Next. We have declared Aminpur, which is in Sangareddy district, very near to BHL, in almost Hyderabad only. We have declared it as biodiversity heritage site. These birds which you are seeing here are the flamingos, and they are the migratory birds which come to this lake, and so thus we declared with this rich biodiversity. We have around 636 types of varieties of birds there, some medicinal plants there, and so many varieties biodiversity we know in Aminpur BHS, so we have declared it as BHS. Next is we had a project with next we had a yes, we had a project with Vasan. Show the picture of that cattle. I want the children to know that. Yes. So this is the Turpu cattle, the only cattle registered in Telangana, the first and the only cattle registered in Telangana, and that name is Turpu Podda. Anybody from Amrabad region will be knowing it very well, and you all should know it now because it is the only one first cattle registered in Telangana as a registered name here in Telangana, that is Turpu Podda cattle, which is being done by Telangana State Biodiversity Board in collaboration with Vasan. Next. So we have several other publications with us like Field Guide and so many things like traditional. We have a book with 200 traditional knowledge with us. We have a tradable bioresource book, and we have a project with NBPGR for the land, documentation of the land races of agri-biodiversity of Telangana. Next, we have also declared this Channa stratus fish as the state fish. As you all know what is the state tree, the state flower, the state animal. This is the state fish, Channa stratus. You are calling it as Kurramenu in Telangana, or in a local name you can call it that Maral. So this is the state fish declared by Telangana with the facilitation of Telangana State Biodiversity Board. Next slide. We have also restricted, I told you in one slide, invasive species. So this is tilapia, it's an invasive species, and we have, as from Telangana State Biodiversity Board, facilitated to Government of Telangana that we should restrict these types of fishes in Telangana, and they have come up with a GO and with restriction of tilapia fish in Telangana lakes. Next. Then we can go for very small steps, like see we are here sitting for PBRs, and later Dr. Sadashivaya will tell you deeply inside of PBR, but here I want to tell you that as a student you can do so many things at your college level, at your home level, village level. You can make small medicinal plant, a garden in your college if you have place. Next. You can go for bird watching, you can go for keeping water and food for birds. These small steps at your village, at your hostel, at your college, at your school level, you can do, and you can get connected with the nature and conserve it at your own step, at your own single, without spending a single penny. You can do so much to the nature. Next, you can have a butterfly garden in your college or in your campus or in your home. how to make a butterfly garden. You have to bring certain plants which attracts the butterflies. Next, you can go for vermicomposting, that organic farming at your own college level. You can use the waste, you can segregate the waste and you can use the waste and keep some microorganisms, keep some earthworms in that, and you can go for vermicomposting easily. Next, you can even go and have a survey of your own college. You have trees in your college campus, you can go around and have a survey what trees and plants you have. You can make a PBR of your college first. For an example, for a learning, you can, all students can go around and keep a register and write down what all plants, what all trees you have, and that survey is a PBR of your college. Next, you can have in your village, you can tell your parents, your farmers, your friends, your relatives that how to go for organic farming, how to use pest controls and certain things, and you can do small awareness program as a student and do so much to conserve biodiversity. Next is, if you have a wetland in your village, I think so every village having a small pond, a community pond. If you have a wetland near your campus, your college, you can go to that wetland every Sundays as a project, every Sunday or every Saturday weekends, and you can clean that area. While cleaning, you will see so many birds around it. You can take a photograph, you can try to learn about those birds, you can try to identify those birds, you can take the help of your teachers, and in that process you will learn so much. Next, if you have any trees, very big trees, banyan tree or any tree which is very old in your village, nearby or in your college campus, you can identify it as a sacred group. See, I'm telling you, the best method which our ancestors has followed is to pray something and conserve it. We pray on Nagapanchami, we pray snake. They are our gods. Otherwise, we will kill the snakes, right? We will give milk on Nagapanchami and daily we will kill snakes. Wherever we see snake, we want to kill them. So we are not doing the right way, going on the right way. Our ancestors have taught us to uh, pray our biodiversity. So we also, as a board, we have also come up with certain ideas like sacred groves. If you have certain trees which are very old trees in your campus, you can declare it as sacred grove and automatically it is conserved. Once God is there, any God, XYZ religion God, no tree will be cutted. And you see any mazar on the road is under a tree. Any temple or any statue of any religion god, you will see a tree there. So this is the best method to conserve a tree. Next, so you, how to do at your single step or at your college step or at your campus, at your group of students who are interested to this, can go for more individual awareness. You can collaborate with other colleges and students and schools. You can involve the resource persons like other colleges, teachers and researchers and us. You can collaborate with us and you can go for conservation. And thank you so much. And I think so my presentation is half. Why I have skipped so many things? Because next slide, that's the thank you slide. So why I have skipped so much? Because I want to give more time to Dr. Sadashivaya, because he is the person who will talk about PBR for which we are sitting here. Thank you so much. Any doubt, you can please come out with the doubt. Any doubt? I'll be happy to students. Please speak.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. So since our time is only for 1 hour, madam, it will be better. It will be better if we start Dr. Sadashiva Gari's presentation.
Sir, just a second. Sir, Sadashiva, sir, just a second. If it cut, I will send again the other link. So
Fine.
please.
Okay, please.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Yes, sir. Please start, sir. Sadashivaya, sir.
No, it will cut now, ma'am.
He will cut now.
Sir, is it?
No, sir.
Yeah.
If it cut, I will.
No, I will continue. Can I continue?
Sir.
Yeah.
So, right.
You start.
Right, sir, right. Okay. Okay, sir, right. 1 minute, sir. I'm taking my presentation. Sir, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Is it
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
Now, sir?
okay, sir?
Yes, yes, it is visible.
Okay, right. Right. So, first of all, I would like to say thanks to Telangana Biodiversity Board, uh, the member secretary, Sri Kalicharan sir, and also the state biodiversity coordinator, Dr. Shilpi ma'am, and other office bearers of Telangana Biodiversity Board. I would like to say thanks once again to my city college botany faculty and other management who give this great opportunity to me. Uh, Now, if you go to our presentation, myself, Dr. Sadashiva, working as assistant professor at Dr. BRR Government College, Jedcherla in Mahabubnagar district. Now, let us come to the preparation of PBR. The base why we are going to prepare the PBR is already done by explained by our Shilpi ma'am. So now, what are the steps that are present in the preparation of PBRs? So if you want to prepare a PBR of your own particular village or any other village by you or any of your students, these are the some of the steps. So if you want to write the PBR, that is People's Biodiversity Register, the first one should be introduction. The introduction should be about why we are going to write the PBR, what is the necessary, what is the act, like that. Then following by methodology, and then there are three major parts in PBR. The first part is related to the village. The second part related to the agrobiodiversity, domesticated biodiversity, and then wild biodiversity. The part 3 is nothing but the analysis of the agrobiodiversity, domesticated biodiversity, and then wild biodiversity. So, and the other thing, the recommendations and the conclusions done by us. What are the recommendations we are going to give to the State Biodiversity Board through our PBR? And what are the conclusions from our work? And the major other thing is references. What books we followed for identification of plants and animals, etc. Now, coming to the introduction, you know, the cataloging of biodiversity is very, very needed for each and every country. This cataloging of biodiversity should be recorded at each and every level. That may be a district level, that may be a state level, or it may be a panchayat level or a village level. That panchayat level is now we are talking about this preparation of people's biodiversity registers. So for this, we we need to learn about the Biodiversity Act, and also we need a biodiversity management committee for each and every panchayat. So with the help of biodiversity management committee, some of the technical support group members can prepare the PBR of a particular village. So the main aim of this PBR is to identify the biological resources that are present in the vicinity of that panchayat, and also to identify the traditional knowledge, especially the methods they are following and the process that involved in the methodology, and also who are the traditional knowledge holders. These are the three main objectives of to prepare a PBR. Now coming to the methodology. For methodology, you should create awareness among the people of that particular village about the biodiversity management committee and also preparation of PBR. With the help of people and also school teachers or any others who are residing in that village, we should prepare a PRA, participatory rural appraisal. That means the mapping of bioresources of the particular village. So then identification of traditional healers who are there in that particular village, and then data collection. We have 30 certain formats for preparation of PBRs. How to collect the data I will show again in future, and identification of flora and fauna for the entering into the data, and also data compilation, and the last one is drafting of the PBR. And this is coming to the methodology. We should create awareness programs to the people with the help of line departments. Line departments are nothing but the MROs or forest officials or any officials which are related to that particular village. We should invite them, and we should create a meeting for the purpose of awareness. And then this is one technique we followed for the past 3 years for the preparation of PBRs. Who are the technical support group who are going to write the PBR of a particular village? You should mingle with the people of that particular village. In terms of, you should mingle with the students, you should mingle with the villagers, you should mingle with the old age people, like that. Then it is easy to drag the data. It is easy to drag the knowledge of that particular villages. Then this is a PRA, peoples are a participatory rural appraisal. This is a village from sir, someone is disturbing. Please mute yourself, sir.
Kindly all mute yourself, bhai. Let him speak. Please mute yourself, all of
Nagaraj, sir.
you.
All of
Sir, కొద్దిగా మ్యూట్ చేయడా?
Nagaraj sir.
You see here, at this blue color, it indicates the water area. This blue color, that means pond or
The
canal, like that.
presentation is not scrolling, Sadashivaya sir. I feel so. Only the first slide is displayed.
Only on
Oh,
slide, sir. We are the first
only
slide.
first slide, na? What about
Now it
now?
now it is moved, sir.
Okay, now are you seeing
Now
the
it is
map?
moving. Yeah, we are
Map?
seeing the PRA map. PRA map.
Oh, right. Thank you, ma'am. Right. Now is it okay?
Meetings, sir.
Yes,
Meetings.
yes, fine. Meetings.
Right. Now these are the meetings we conducted for the preparation of People's Biodiversity Register, and we should mingle with the people like anything, and also with the help of the people, with the help of the students, with the help of the teachers of that particular village. It is easy to prepare the PRA, participatory rural appraisals. It is very easy. And this is the PRA map of a particular village. Now here you can see the blue color indicates the water area. And also these white color blocks are nothing but the houses. And these green color are the what we call the croplands, agricultural lands. Like that, you have to create the map of that particular village through the help of the villagers only. And then, if possible, better to conduct evening meets, because so many of the villagers they went for their daily works daytime. That's why it is good to create an awareness meeting at the evening also. And we did the rallies with the help of the students, and we met the old people who are attending the pension. If you attend the 1 to 4th, that means first date to fourth date, if you attend that particular village, it is easy to mingle the old people, because all the people are coming to panchayat office for their pensions. Then the data collection from each and every household and the expert members in that village. And hello, and
Sir.
this is the life of that particular village we recorded through photographs. How they are walking from morning onwards to evening. and how they involving in their works, either agriculture work or fishing or any other works. And then if you come to the first one, that is part one, it is related to the panchayat area. That means the general details of the panchayat. And the second one, that means the population, etc. In that part one, we have 5 annexes. One is the details of BMC. That means who are the members of the BMC. We know that 7 members are there in the committee. Out of these 7, one as a working as a chairman and one working as a secretary. The others are members. Like that, we should record all the details of that particular members of BMC, name, age, and then sex, and also uh, the caste, etc. And the second one is traditional practitioners. Who are the traditional practitioners residing in that village? That is needed. The third one is traditional knowledge holders. There is a little difference between traditional practitioners and traditional knowledge holders. Traditional practitioners means they are in the practitioner. They are in the practitioner, or they are continuing their practice. But the traditional knowledge holders, they have the knowledge, but they don't have any practice. Like that, we should select the who are the traditional knowledge holder. You should list out the persons. You may list out 5 members or 10 members or 20 members, any. And then annexure 4, it is related to the individuals who involved in the preparation of PBRs. That means it includes technical support group members and some of the members of BMC, and if possible, the HM or school teachers of that particular village, or otherwise the educated people who are residing in that village. And the annexure 5, it is a fee. If the BMC is collecting any fee for any bioresources, that should be mentioned, if any. Then this is about the general details, annexure 1. Very simple details, the name of the village, taluk, mandal, district, street, etc. The total population, total geographic area, what are the major agricultural crops, like that. Then this is about the BMC members. 7 members are there, like that. The first one should be always chairman, the second one should be secretary. Like that, we should collect the data from them, the age and also the gender and their own address, and also if any specialization is there to that particular person. Some of them of that particular BMC members, they may have knowledge on the medicinal plants. Some of them have knowledge on the agriculture, and some of them have knowledge on the preparation of agricultural tools, etc. You should notice each and every one. And this is another one, meetings with the BMC people. Then annexure 2. This is related to who are the traditional practitioners that are there in that village. If they are giving any medicines to the human beings or also other livestock like cattle and others, they should be recorded. And like that. The another one is, the third one is, that is knowledge holders. Again, I am telling that the knowledge holders may have the knowledge about various things, agriculture and then medicinal plants, and also especially our cattle, like that. Then annexure 4, it is who involved in the preparation of PBRs, especially the chairperson of that particular BMC, and also the technical support group members like us, and also the students of particular college or the students of any school or any other contact persons from that panchayat area or high school, etc. If NGOs are involved, you should also record their names of that particular NGO. And this is about the fifth annexure, the bioresources that are utilized by the people if they are paying any fee to the BMC committee. If it is there, you should record. Otherwise, no need to record it. And coming to the part 1, in that part 1, we have subparts. agrobiodiversity, domesticated biodiversity, and also wild biodiversity. Coming to the part 1, we have 10 formats here in agrobiodiversity, which is related to agriculture. The first one is crop plants, and this is the standard formats prepared by NBA. There are no changes now. Now I think we are going to use another formats, not these formats, uh, but these are the standard formats prepared by NBA people, National Biodiversity Authority. See here the first one, crop plants, which is very, very important. The first, if you take the table, the serial number, and then the crop, the scientific name of that particular crop, the local name of the particular crop, and then variety. Variety may be traditional variety or maybe modern varieties. And then landscape or habitat of that particular this thing. And the next one is approximate area shown in that particular village. Then the status of the particular crop, present and then also past, if any special features are there, and then cropping season when it is harvested, and then uses of that particular crop, and associated knowledge, traditional knowledge, and other details if any. The source of seeds are plants, and then community holder. Now I will give an example. If you take here groundnut, the third one is groundnut. We take that is a crop groundnut. Scientific name Arachis hypogaea. Then local name, in our area it is known as Pallilu. If you go to Andhra, it is known as Senakailu or Verusenga or Bundalu, like that. And the varieties, still now, so many of the farmers, we are following traditional cultivation of traditional varieties, and some of us following modern varieties. Here you can see some of the farmers are cultivating traditional races, and some of them are cultivating K7 variety of the groundnut. And the habitat of the particular groundnut crop is a plains, and then approximately shown in area how many acres it was sown. So it is around 200 acres, and the status of that particular groundnut in past, that means around 30 or 40 years back, it was there, it was very common, now also very common in that village. And then what is the special features? The special features of modern varieties, the yield may be high, the size of the seed may be high, like that, and the oil content in that particular seed is high, like that. The special features, what are the special features we should record? If you ask that particular farmers, they can tell. And then the season, cropping season, both Kharif and Rabi, and also other uses, very common uses of that particular groundnut. We are using the groundnut seed as a to prepare the chutneys, to prepare the sweets, etc. And also the major use is the getting oil from the seeds. And then associated knowledge. Now you can see here the seed oil is used in preparation of food items, one. The another items like that, the plant remnants of that particular plant is used as a fodder. And if any disease will come to that particular groundnut, what will be the remedies? That should be as a that is a traditional knowledge, associated traditional knowledge to particular crop plants. And other details, there may be other details here. You can mention the cost of the particular crop, maybe per quintal how much it is take. For traditional variety, what may be the cost, and the modern variety, what may be the cost. Then the source of the seed or the plant is it from market, or is it from any shops, or otherwise some of the farmers, what they did for the past so many years, they conserve and they separate the some of the crop, yielded crop, for the next year. You can write it also. And who are the knowledge person, who gave the knowledge to us to particular that village, in that village, to particular to the crop. Here you should mention the name of that particular candidate. And then second one, you can see the so many crop plants here, so many crop plants. Just I am showing for your reference, like that. Now you can see here the lady's finger, the very short one with a small spine-like structures and white in color. This is the traditional variety which is still cultivating in Mahbubnagar area. And then different varieties of vegetables. If someone is, or if anyone is cultivating any commercial crops, this is Indigofera tinctoria. We know that the Neelimandu mokka. You should record separately. Like that, tobacco. And the second format, fruit crops. You can see what are the fruit crops that are cultivated in large scale in that village. That means acres together, 1 acre, 2 acre, or 3 acre, like that. Not one single tree or 2 trees, like that. So in generally, again, the name of the crop, mango, sapota, or any coconut, lemon, etc., guava, etc. Again, the scientific name, Angifera indica. The local name, Mamadi. And then variety. Here, so many varieties of mangoes like Totapuri, Alfonso variety, or all-time mango, or Himayat. So many varieties of mangoes are there. What are the cultivars that are there in that particular village should be recorded. And then again landscape. That means is it plains or is it in a hillock, like that you should write. And then status again, the status of that particular crop, present and past. And also the source of the seed. Are the plants are coming from a nursery or any other area, you should record like that. And then the season of fruiting, when it will give the fruits, summer season or any monsoon season or throughout the year. If you take for example citrus aranciphyllum, that is lemon, throughout the year you can get the fruits. If we take guava, almost except 2 or 3 months throughout year we can get the guava. Then associated knowledge of to that particular crop. And also now you can see here sapota, Manilkara sapota. Here associated knowledge we recorded here. The marigold is cultivated as an internal crop in that sapota plantations. Like that you can record it. And the use. Use means here all are edible only, but is it for our own use or for any commercial use, like that, market or own use? If both are there, you should write both. And again, the knowledge holder's name. And these are the some of the cultivated crops. And then fodder crops. Here, one thing I would like to clarify regarding fodder crops and species. So some of the farmers are cultivating some of the fodder crops that were supplied by the veterinary department or any agricultural department. That is fodder crops. And if you go to villages, our own people, our fathers, our elders, they went to agricultural fields and they collect some of the species for our cattle as a fodder. సార్ పిల్లలకి అర్థమవుతుందా? రెస్పాన్స్ ఏమైనా వస్తుందా?
Yes, yes, we can see the fodder crop slide.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They can understand.
thank you, sir. Right. So the major difference between the fodder crops and fodder species is,
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Carry on, sir.
thank you, sir. If they are cultivating any fodder crop, that is fodder crops. If you collect the fodder from the agricultural land or any other barren land or any other wild area, that should be recorded as a fodder species. But it is better to mention both fodder crops and fodder species in the format 3. Like that, so many fodder crops. Nearly 4 or 5 fodder crops are very, very common in the entire Telangana area. If you go to any village where the cattle is more. And like that, so many species, especially poaceae members are grasses, and the cyperaceae members, that means the sedges, and also some of the fabaceae members, most of the fabaceae members, they are used as a fodder for the cattle. Again, the format is same, the crop or the species, the scientific name, and the local name of, this is very important here to record the local names of the particular uh, species. If you take any grass and ask what is this, they will tell like that it's the gaddi. If you show some other grasses, they will give some names, uba gaddi, upu gaddi, like that. This is very, very important to note all these local names. Let them ask 1 or 2 persons or more persons, they will give someone or any other person will give the clarity. So better to record more number of local names, because so many of us we forgot our local names of particular plants and animals. And then variety here, if they are cultivated, they will tell the variety. Otherwise, if they collected from the agricultural land or any other land, it is better to treat as a wild. And then landscape, again I told already, in that landscape we may record or we may notice that some of them are growing in a plain areas, or some of them are growing in water areas, or some of them are growing in hillocks. You can record all these things. If forest area are there, some of our farmers went to the forest and collect some grasses for the our cattle. Then again the same thing, the status, present and past status. Then the source of seed. If it is a cultivar, you can see here the 15th one, paragrass, Brachyarea mutica, and it is cultivated. It is cultivated. The source means here it is cultivated. Then you may write in and in the analysis the exact source of that particular seed. Are they provided by the veterinary department, or it was provided by the agriculture department? Then here associated knowledge to that particular plant species of fodder. It is very, very important. The major problem is what is associated knowledge, traditional knowledge, that is. Now you can see here, if you ask some of our parents or some of our elders, ఏ గడ్డి తింటే పాలు ఎక్కువ ఇస్తాయి, లేదా ఏ గడ్డిని ఎప్పుడు తింటాయి, you can ask like that. So they will tell the palatable nature of that particular species. ఇది పచ్చిగా ఉంటేనే తింటాయి, ఇది డ్రై అయితే తింటాయి, ఇది ఏ స్టేజ్లోనైనా తింటాయి. అదర్వైజ్ దే విల్ గివ్ సమ్ ఐడియాస్. ఇఫ్ ఇది తింటే ఎక్కువ పాలిస్తాయి, యూ కెన్ రైట్ యాజ్ ఎ ట్రెడిషనల్ నాలెడ్జ్, అసోసియేటెడ్ ట్రెడిషనల్ నాలెడ్జ్. And the parts used, if you take Licana leucocephala, belongs to the Mimosacea family, only branches can use as a fodder, especially for goats and sheep. If you take other grasses, sir, please mute change, sir. Hello. Thank you, sir.
మేడం నా దగ్గర లేదు.
So like that, the source of the plant and also the associated knowledge of that particular species. Here, the parts used, mostly whole plant is used as a fodder. And one more thing, in generally, they collect this fodder species by their own use only, not for the sale, in generally. If it is sale, you please record it, because it will come as one of the bioresources of our particular village, and we should collect some fee through BMC. And then who are the knowledge persons regarding that? Now you can see here some of the Pennisetum species here, Pennisetum purpureum, and these are the common fodder species that are present in the agricultural areas. collected by the farmers. Like that. So many other fodder species here. You can see how they are. And one more thing, for fodder species, most of us, we are using all our crop plants. That means the remaining parts of the crop plants used as a fodder. You should record. Then coming to the weeds. Here, very clear that weed is a plant where it is present in a desirable plants. I am repeating once again. Weed is an undesired plant in a desired place. ఏ పంటనైతే మనం పెంచుతున్నామో ఆ పంట కాకుండా వేరే ఏ మొక్క ఉన్నా కూడా దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఎ వీడ్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, మనం ఒరిజినల్గా వీడ్ అంటే ఏంది? మనం వంకాయ పంట వేసాం, బ్రింజాలు వేసాం, అందులో టమాటా వచ్చింది, ఇట్ ఇస్ అ వీడ్. లేదా మీరు టమాటా వేశారు, అందులో వంకాయ వచ్చింది యాక్సిడెంటల్గా, దట్ ఈస్ అ వీడ్. లైక్ దట్. And here one thing I would like to say, some of the people like us were recording some of the invasive weeds that are also present in the other than agricultural lands. If it is possible, record and write in a special note on this particular species. So many weeds are there, and these weeds have high nutritional values. If you ask our forefathers, they will tell the uses of that particular weeds. Like that, again, scientific name, local name, affected crop. This is very, very important. So some particular, if you go to visit the tobacco field, the major weed in that particular tobacco field is Orobanchi cernova. That is a parasite on tobacco. So if such any specific host specific plants are there or crop specific weeds are there, you should record. And now you can see here, according to this one village, Acaranthus aspera or any Airbal anatasa, they are recorded in cotton field. And if you take Acalypha indica, it is very common in almost all crops. And another doubt is regarding this weed. Some of the weeds that are present in the field bunds, there is a confusion, record cheddama vadda. So it is better to record as a hedge plant. Better to record as a hedge plant. So why we are going to record this hedge plant? The weeds are creating so many problems to the crop plant, and even they are present on the field edge, they are the host for the most of the insects. They work as a host plants. That's why you should record each and everything. And then affected crop, the other one is impact of that particular weed. In generally, the weeds can reduce our yield and they reduce our soil fertility and the landscape or habitat. Again, as usual, I already told you. Then the past and present status. If it is common in the past or present, you should know and you should ask the farmers. And then use, if any. Most of the weeds are used as a medicinal plants, and most of the weeds are used as a edible plants. If you take our Celosia argentea, this is one of the noxious weed in dryland agriculture, but the leaves are used as a leafy vegetable. The flowers are used for the purpose of our Batkama festival. And the management option. This is one very interesting thing. So nowadays we are using chemical fertilizers to remove all the now we are using herbicides to remove the weeds. If you ask old people how they are removing, are they removing with hand or they are just plowed it like that? You should record the management option, how they are de-weeding that particular area. Then associated knowledge again. That means, for example, just now I told that Celosia argentea, the leaves are used as a vegetable. Here in the traditional knowledge associated TK, how they used that particular leaves. For example, I will give one wonderful example. Recently I experienced. I collected Tranthema postulacastrum from an agricultural field. as a leafy vegetable. And that particular leafy vegetable gave it to my wife, and I insist her, you should not what we called బాయిల్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఆ నీళ్ళని చల్లేయొద్దు అని చెప్పాను. అంటే వంచుతాం మనం, చాలా మందికి అలవాటు ఉంటుంది, బాయిల్ చేసిన తర్వాత వంచుతాం. సో అలాగ చెయ్యకు, అలాగే డ్రై మొత్తం లీఫ్ యూజ్ చేసేసి వాటర్ని తీసేయక అని చెప్పాను. షీ డిడ్ ద సేమ్ థింగ్. నేను తిన్నాను, ఆమె తినలేదు. యూ కెనాట్ బిలీవ్, 1 week హాస్పిటలైజ్డ్. ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ నో ద ప్రాసెస్ of cooking up that particular leafy vegetables, you may face the problems. That's why here associated traditional knowledge is very, very important. How to cook, adi mana valలని అడిగితే చెప్తాం. And then other details if any, and knowledge holder. This is about related the weeds. Then these are the some of the common weeds I am showing here. You can see here common weeds. Then the pest of crops. This is one difficult part for us, because most of the technical support group members belongs to botany background or zoology background. Very, very few members are background of agricultural background. So in general, our farmers, they know about the pest, but they don't know about the name of the pest. ఏదో వచ్చింది, పురుగు వచ్చింది, వాళ్ళు చూస్తారు, అక్కడికి వెళ్తారు, ఏదో మందు తీసుకొస్తారు. బట్ ఇఫ్ యూ ఆస్ ద వరల్డ్ పర్సన్స్, ఈ పురుగు వస్తే మీరు పాతకాలంలో ఏం చేసేవాళ్ళు, డెఫినెట్లీ వాళ్ళు చెప్తారు ఏం చేసేవాళ్ళని. సో యూ షుడ్ దాన్ని మనము యూ షుడ్ రికార్డ్. ద పెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ క్రాప్స్ లో మనం ముఖ్యంగా ద హోస్ట్, దట్ మీన్స్ హియర్ ద క్రాప్, ఏ క్రాప్. తర్వాత వాట్ ఈస్ ద పెస్ట్, ఇస్ ఇట్ అన్ అనిమల్ ఎస్పెషల్ ఆర్ ఇన్సెక్ట్ or any other bacteria, like that you should record. Then the scientific name of that particular insect, here you can see groundnut, metallic shield bug is a insect, it's a bug that attacks the groundnut. So the scientific name Acronita strix. Then local name, this is very difficult, చాలా వాటికి లోకల్ నేమ్స్ ఉండవు. సో వాళ్ళు ఏం పేరు చెప్తే ఆ పేరు యూ కెన్ రికార్డ్. Then the habitat of that particular bug, it is in plains. Then what is the time, ఏ టైంలో అది మనల్ని విజిట్ చేస్తుంది, మన క్రాప్ని నాశనం చేస్తుంది. దట్ మీన్స్ ద సీజన్ ఆఫ్ ద అటాక్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇన్సెక్ట్ ఇన్ జనరల్లీ ద ఆగస్ట్ టు డిసెంబర్, ఎందుకంటే మనం అప్పుడే వేస్తాము, లేదా ఇలాంటి రికార్డ్. దెన్ ద మేనేజ్మెంట్, ఎట్లా దాన్ని ఎరాడికేట్ చేయాలి, ఇన్సెక్ట్ పెస్ట్ వచ్చిందని ఎలాగ ఎరాడికేట్. ఇఫ్ యూ ఆస్క్ ఓల్డర్ పీపుల్, అప్పట్లో దే యూజ్డ్ సో మెనీ న్యాచురల్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్, అది మన ఇంట్లో తయారు చేసే ప్రోడక్ట్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ పులిసిపోయిన మజ్జిగ, లేదా పసుపు నీళ్ళు, లేదా కలి అంటాం మన ఏరియాలో, అంటే బియ్యం కడిగి వంచినటువంటి నీళ్ళు, ఇట్లాంటివి యూజ్ చేసేవాళ్ళు. సో if any farmer is ready to tell about that particular traditional knowledge, you should record. That is very, very important. And then any other details regarding that particular shield bug, అంటే అది కలర్స్ మారుస్తుంది, లేదా ఇలా ఎగిరిపోతుంది, ఇన్ని డాట్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఇట్లాంటి రికార్డ్స్ ఏమైనా ఉంటే we should record. And the knowledge holder, in generally this data we can get from agricultural department in general. సో దెన్ దీస్ ఆర్ ద సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద పెస్ట్, వెరీ కామన్ పెస్ట్, మన ఏరియాలో ఎక్కడ చూసినా వచ్చేటువంటి పెస్ట్ ఇది. ఇది మన వాళ్ళని అడిగినామంటే ఇది సుడిదోమ, లేకపోతే ఇది పేనుబంక, దిస్ ఈస్ పేనుబంక, ఇలా చెప్తారు. యూ కెన్ రైట్ ద నేమ్ అండ్ ఆస్క్ అవర్ అగ్రికల్చర్ ఆఫీసర్స్, దే విల్ టెల్ us. And you can see some of the insects as a pest. You can see, you can observe very clearly. Now you can see here the beetle, Acanthoceras. Yes, Acanthoceras. It's a huge insect. It's a stem borer of mango. It's a stem borer of mango. Like that you should record. Some snails also. See other pests. All these are pests. You can see here. The next one, market for domesticated animals. ఇన్ జనరల్గా మన ఏరియాస్లో సంతలు జరుగుతాయి, పశువుల సంతలు. మన ఊర్లో వాళ్ళు అంటే ఆ పర్టికులర్ విలేజ్ నుంచి ఏ ఏ ప్లేస్లకి వెళ్తున్నారు, దట్ ఈస్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఏ ప్లేస్లకి వెళ్తున్నారు అనేది చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి ఏ పశువుల్ని తీసుకెళ్తున్నారు, ఆక్స్ తీసుకెళ్తుండ్రా, షీప్ తీసుకెళ్తుండ్రా, గోడ్ తీసుకెళ్తున్నారా, సో ఎన్ని తీసుకెళ్తున్నారు, నెంబర్ 100, 200, 300 ఇలాగా. సో తర్వాత అక్కడికి వచ్చేటువంటి అదర్ విలేజెస్ ఏ ఉన్నాయి, సరౌండింగ్ విలేజెస్ వస్తాయా, ఇంకేమన్నా వస్తాయా. తర్వాత ఎక్కడెక్కడి నుంచి అక్కడికి అమ్ముతున్నారు, అక్కడ అమ్మిన తర్వాత ఏ విలేజెస్కి వెళ్తాయి అది రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. సో ఈ ఏమైనా ఆ దగ్గరలో ఫిష్ మార్కెట్ ఏమన్నా ఉంటే, ఒకవేళ ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఫిష్ అక్కడ అమ్ముతారు, ఇలానంతా కూడా రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. దిస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ డొమెస్టికేటెడ్ అనిమల్స్ మార్కెట్. నెక్స్ట్ పీపుల్ స్కేప్స్, దిస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ ద పాపులేషన్ డీటెయిల్స్. ద పాపులేషన్ కమ్యూనిటీ, బీసీలు ఎంత, ఎస్సీలు ఎంత, ఓసీలు ఎంత, ఎస్టీలు ఎంత, మైనారిటీస్ ఎంత, ఇలాగా. తర్వాత అందులో వాళ్ళ ఆక్యుపేషన్ ఏంటి మేజర్గా, సో ఎంతమంది అగ్రికల్చర్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఎంతమంది అదర్ ఆక్యుపేషన్స్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఎంతమంది ఉన్నాయి, ఇదంతా కూడా డీటెయిల్ చేయాలి. తర్వాత సబ్ ఆక్యుపేషన్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అగ్రికల్చర్ ఉన్నా కూడా చాలా మంది పశువులు మేపుకుంటూ ఉంటారు, చాలా మంది పాలు పిండి అమ్ముకుంటూ ఉంటారు, ఇట్లాంటివన్నీ మనము రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. తర్వాత ఏ దాని మీద వాళ్ళు డిపెండ్ అయ్యారా, అగ్రికల్చర్ ల్యాండ్ మీద డిపెండ్ అయ్యారా, లేదా ఫారెస్ట్ మీద డిపెండ్ అయ్యారా, ఇట్లాంటివి రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. తర్వాత మేజర్ రిసోర్సెస్ ఏం వాడుతున్నారు వాళ్ళు వాళ్ళ బతకడానికి, అగ్రికల్చర్ రిసోర్సెసా, ఫారెస్ట్ రిసోర్సెసా, ఫిష్ రిసోర్సెసా, ఇలాంటివన్నీ వీ షుడ్ రికార్డ్. దెన్ ల్యాండ్స్కేప్ మేనేజ్మెంట్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ దే హ్యావ్ ఎనీ ల్యాండ్, వాళ్ళు ఎలాగ దాన్ని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తున్నారు, దున్నుతున్నారా, ఏం చేస్తున్నారు, ఆ టెక్నిక్స్ ఏమున్నాయో వీ షుడ్ రికార్డ్. మోడర్న్ టెక్నిక్స్ ఉన్నాయా, ట్రెడిషనల్ టెక్నిక్స్ ఉన్నాయా, అవన్నీ కూడా రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. తర్వాత బీసీస్లో క్యాస్ట్స్ ఏమున్నాయి ఆ ఊర్లో, తర్వాత ఓసీలో ఎన్ని క్యాస్ట్లు ఉన్నాయి, ఇలాగ మొత్తం రికార్డ్ చేయాలి, క్యాస్ట్ ఆర్ ట్రైబ్. దెన్ సోషల్ కండిషన్, వాళ్ళ సిచ్యువేషన్ ఎలా ఉంది, మంచిగానే బతుకుతుండ్రా లేదా ఇబ్బందుల్లో ఉన్నారా, యూ షుడ్ రికార్డ్ దట్ ఆల్సో. దెన్ ద నేచర్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్హాబిటెంట్స్, వాళ్ళు ఎలాంటి ప్లేస్లో నివసిస్తున్నారు, సో హైలాండ్లో ఉన్నారా, లోలాండ్లో ఉన్నారా, లేదా ఇల్లు కట్టుకొని ఉన్నారా, లేదా పక్కా హౌస్ ఉన్నాయా, లేదా షెల్టర్స్ ఎలాగున్నాయి, ఇలాంటి రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. తర్వాత నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ హౌస్ హోల్డ్స్, ఎన్ని ఇళ్ళు ఉన్నాయి, ఇది పీపుల్స్ కేర్ సంబంధించినటువంటి రికార్డ్. దెన్ ఇలాగా వాళ్ళు ఏమేమి వర్క్స్ చేస్తారనేది ఇలాగ మనం రికార్డ్ చేయొచ్చు. యూ కెన్ రికార్డ్ లైక్ దిస్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద క్యాస్ట్ కానీ, లేదా వాళ్ళు చేసే వర్క్ కానీ బేస్ చేసుకొని రికార్డ్ చేయొచ్చు. సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ట్రైబల్ పీపుల్ ఉంటారు, వాళ్ళు ఎలా బతుకుతున్నారు, యూ షుడ్ రికార్డ్ ఇన్ ద పీపుల్స్ కేర్. దెన్ ల్యాండ్స్కేప్, దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ ద ల్యాండ్స్కేప్ ఆఫ్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ విలేజ్. ఈ డేటా మనకు విఆర్ఓ దగ్గర కానీ, ఎంఆర్ఓ దగ్గర కానీ మనకు మన పంచాయతీకి సంబంధించి దొరుకుతుంది. సో ఆ పర్టికులర్ పంచాయతీలో అగ్రికల్చర్ ల్యాండ్ ఎంత, హౌ మచ్ ఏకర్స్ ఎంత ఉంది, అందులో పాండ్ ఉంటే ఎన్ని ఎకరాల్లో ఉంది, ఫాలో ల్యాండ్, వేస్ట్ ల్యాండ్ ఉంటే ఎన్ని ఎకరాలు, ఇఫ్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఎనీ ఫారెస్ట్ ఏరియా ఇన్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ పంచాయత్, ఎన్ని ఎకరాల్లో ఉంది, యూ షుడ్ రికార్డ్ ఆల్ ద థింగ్. Then what are the common flora and fauna that are present in the forest, that are present in the pond, that should be tracked. And then the user groups, who are the persons using that particular bioresources in that area, you should record. And then general uses of that particular area, అసలు ఎందుకు ఉంది, ఈ విధంగా దీనికి సంబంధించిన కూడా ఏదైనా ట్రెడిషనల్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉంటే యూ షుడ్ రికార్డ్. రికార్డ్ ఈ కమ్యూనిటీని ఎవరు యాక్సెస్ చేస్తున్నారు, దీన్ని ఈ ల్యాండ్ని ఎవరు యాక్సెస్ చేస్తున్నారు, అందరూ యాక్సెస్ చేస్తున్నారా, ఎవరైనా కొద్దిమంది ఏదైనా ఒక కమ్యూనిటీనే చేస్తున్నారా, యూ షుడ్ రికార్డ్ లైక్ దట్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, వాటర్ స్కేప్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ రిగార్డింగ్ ద డ్రైనేజ్ సిస్టమ్ ఆఫ్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ విలేజ్. What are the water resources that are available in that village? So how many ponds are there is one important. How many bore wells are there? How many duck wells are there? And how many canals are there? If they are present one by one, the names of that particular area also. చెరువులకి కొన్ని పేర్లు ఉంటాయి, తాటి చెరువు అని, ఇంకో చెరువు అని, ఇంకో చెరువు అంటే యూ షుడ్ రికార్డ్ ఆల్ ద నేమ్స్ ఆల్సో. ద సబ్ టైప్, పాండ్లో మళ్ళీ ఏమన్నా చిన్న పాండు, పెద్ద పాండు అలాగే ఏమన్నా ఉన్నాయా, అవి రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. ఎన్ని ఎకరాల్లో ఉంది అప్రాక్సిమేట్గా, తర్వాత ఓనర్షిప్, అది గవర్నమెంట్ హ్యాండ్ ఓవర్లో ఉందా లేదా ఎవరైనా ఒకరిద్దరు హ్యాండ్ ఓవర్లో ఉందా, ఆ పాండ్లో ఉన్నటువంటి ఏమైనా ఫ్లోరా, జనరల్ ఫ్లోరా ఏముంది, జనరల్ ఫానా ఏముంది, అవి రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. తర్వాత మేజర్ యూజెస్, అసలు ఎందుకు వాడుతున్నారు దాన్ని, అగ్రికల్చర్ పర్పస్ వాడుతున్నారా లేదా ఫిషింగ్ పర్పస్ వాడుతున్నారా, ఇలాగా మనం రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. యూజర్ గ్రూప్, ఒకవేళ ఫిషింగ్ ఉంటే యూజర్ గ్రూప్స్ ఎవరు వాడుతున్నారు దాన్ని, ఓన్లీ ఫిషర్మెన్ కమ్యూనిటీనే వాడుతున్నారా, అందరూ వాడుతున్నారా, మేనేజ్మెంట్ ప్రాక్టీసెస్ ఏమైనా అందులో పూడిక తీస్తున్నారా, లేదా ఎన్ని రోజులకు ఒకసారి తీస్తారు, ఎన్ని సంవత్సరాలకు ఒకసారి తీస్తారు, ఒకవేళ ఫిష్ వదిలితే ఎలాంటి ఫిష్ వదులుతారు, ఆల్ దీస్ ప్రాక్టీసెస్ అన్ని కూడా మనం రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. తర్వాత జనరల్ యూజెస్, సో అగ్రికల్చర్తో పాటుగా ఇంకా దేనికైనా మనం వాడుతున్నామా, ఆ వాటర్ని కానీ ఆ చెరువుని కానీ. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ యూ గో టు సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద విలేజెస్, నీళ్ళన్నీ ఎండిపోయిన తర్వాత విలేజెస్ అందరూ కలిసి ఆ చెరువులో సామూహికంగా వ్యవసాయం చేస్తారు. అట్లాంటివి ఏమన్నా ఉన్నాయా, ఒకవేళ వ్యవసాయం చేస్తే ఆ ప్రాసెస్ ఏంటి, ఇవన్నీ కూడా రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. అగైన్ ఈ కమ్యూనిటీ వాళ్ళు అందరూ ఉన్నారా, ఏదైనా 1 or 2 కమ్యూనిటీస్ మాత్రమే యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారా, ఈ డీటెయిల్స్ అన్ని కూడా మనకు రికార్డ్ చేయాలి వాటర్ స్కేప్లో. సో లైక్ దిస్ చిన్న చిన్న అన్ని వాటర్ స్కేప్ అన్ని మనం రికార్డ్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంటుంది. సో తర్వాత సాయిల్ టైప్స్, మేజర్గా మనకున్న సాయిల్ బ్లాక్ అండ్ రెడ్, అల్యూవల్ సాయిల్, సెలైన్ సాయిల్స్, శాండీ సాయిల్స్ అక్కడక్కడ మాత్రమే ఉంటాయి, దాని గురించి వరీ కావాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఆ వెరైటీ ఏంటి, దాని టెక్స్చర్ ఎలాగుంది, స్మూత్గా ఉందా, రఫ్గా ఉందా, కలర్ ఏ కలర్ ఉంది ఒకటి. తర్వాత ఫీచర్స్, వాటర్ని ఎక్కువగా పట్టుకుంటుందా వదిలేస్తుందా, ఇలాగా. ఆ సాయిల్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఎలాగ చేస్తున్నారు రైతులు, దాన్ని ఏమన్నా మెన్యూర్ యాడ్ చేస్తున్నారా, దాన్ని ఫర్టిలైజ్ చేయడానికి ఇంకేం వాడుతున్నారు, ఇలాంటివి ఏమన్నా ఉంటే రాయాలి. తర్వాత దట్ పర్టికులర్ సాయిల్ ఈజ్ సూటబుల్ ఫర్ విచ్ క్రాప్స్, ఏ క్రాప్కి ఇది సూటబుల్ అనేటువంటిది చూడాలి. దెన్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద కామన్ ఫ్లోరా అండ్ ఫానా, ఏముంటాయి ఇన్ జనరల్గా, ఏం ఇన్సెక్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఏముంటాయి, ఇవన్నీ రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. ఇఫ్ ఎనీ అసోసియేటెడ్ నాలెడ్జ్ రిగార్డింగ్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ సాయిల్ యూ షుడ్ రికార్డ్. దెన్ అదర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, ఇంకా ఏమన్నా ఉంటే కూడా అదర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ దాని గురించి రాయాలి. Then this is about agrobiodiversity. Then domesticated biodiversity is very very easy. సో విలేజ్ లో ఉన్నటువంటి వాటికి సంబంధించింది, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఫ్రూట్ ట్రీస్, ఇళ్ళ దగ్గర పెట్టుకుంటున్నటువంటి ఫ్రూట్ ట్రీస్. అగైన్ ప్లాంట్ టైప్, అంటే ట్రీనా, హెర్బా, షబ్బా రాస్తాం. తర్వాత లోకల్ నేమ్, అండ్ దెన్ సైంటిఫిక్ నేమ్ ఆఫ్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ ట్రీ, అండ్ దెన్ వెరైటీ, అది ట్రెడిషనల్ వెరైటీనా హైబ్రిడా రాస్తాం. దెన్ ల్యాండ్స్కేప్, ఇంటి వెనకాల బ్యాక్ యార్డ్లో పెంచుకుంటున్నారా లేదా హోమ్ గార్డెన్లో పెంచుకుంటున్నారా, ఇలాంటివి. తర్వాత లోకల్ స్టేటస్, ప్రజెంట్ స్టేటస్ అయింది, తర్వాత పాస్ట్ అయింది. తర్వాత సోర్స్ ఆఫ్ ద సీడ్స్ ఆర్ ప్లాంట్స్, అది ఎక్కడి నుంచి తెచ్చుకున్నారు, నర్సరీ నుంచి తెచ్చుకున్నారా, లేదా ఊర్లో అక్కడ ఫారెస్ట్లో ఉంటే తెచ్చుకున్నారా, లేదా పక్కింటి వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చారా, నైబర్స్ ఎవరైనా ఇచ్చారా, ఇలాగ మనం రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. తర్వాత సీజన్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రూటింగ్, ఏ టైంలో సీజన్, ఏ సీజన్లో ఫ్రూట్స్ వస్తాయి. తర్వాత యూజెస్ ఏమున్నాయి, ఎడిబుల్ ఫ్రూట్సా ఇంకేమన్నా ఉన్నాయా, అవి కాకుండా దానికి సంబంధించి అసోసియేటెడ్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఏమన్నా ఉందా. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ యు టేక్ అనోనా రెటికులేటా, ద లీవ్స్ ఆర్ యూజ్డ్ టు క్యూర్ ద క్యాన్సర్. సో ఇఫ్ యు గో టు ఖమ్మం డిస్ట్రిక్ట్, సత్తెపల్లి అని ఒక విలేజ్ ఉంటుంది, వన్ లేడీ షీ ఈస్ గివింగ్ ద లీఫ్ మిక్చర్, ద మేజర్ లీఫ్ ఈజ్ అనోనా రెటికులేటా, షీ ఈస్ గివింగ్ మెడిసిన్ టు ద క్యాన్సర్. ఎక్కడెక్కడి నుంచినో వస్తారు ఆమె దగ్గరికి, లైక్ దట్. అలాంటివి ఏమన్నా ఉంటే రాయాలి. దెన్ అదర్ డీటెయిల్స్, మార్కెట్ యూజా లేదా ఓన్ యూజా, అవి ఒకటి రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. తర్వాత హూ ఇస్ ద నాలెడ్జ్ రిసోర్స్ పర్సన్, సో ఇలాగా వాళ్ళ నేమ్స్ రాయాలి. దెన్ దీస్ ఆర్ ద సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫ్రూట్ క్రాప్స్ అండ్ ఫ్రూట్ ప్లాంట్స్. దెన్ మెడిసినల్ ప్లాంట్స్. సో అగైన్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా బాగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకొని, డొమెస్టికేటెడ్ బయోడైవర్సిటీ ఓన్లీ సరౌండింగ్స్ ద విలేజ్, మన ఇంటి పక్కన మాత్రమే, వైల్డ్కి సంబంధం లేదు. సో అగైన్ ప్లాంట్ టైప్, హెర్బా, షబ్బా, ట్రీనా రాస్తాం. లోకల్ నేమ్, సైంటిఫిక్ నేమ్, వెరైటీ. అగైన్ దెన్ ల్యాండ్స్కేప్, ఇందాక చెప్పుకున్నాను ల్యాండ్స్కేప్ అంతా కూడా మనకు ప్లెయిన్ కానీ హోమ్ గార్డెన్ కానీ వస్తుంది. దెన్ సోర్స్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్లాంట్ ఆర్ సీడ్, ఇందాక రాసినట్టుగానే. స్టేటస్ కామన్, అండ్ దెన్ యూజెస్ ఇఫ్ ఎనీ, అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ యు టేక్ ఎనీ మెడిసినల్ ప్లాంట్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద మేజర్ యూస్, అండ్ దెన్ పార్ట్స్ యూజ్డ్, రూట్ వాడుతున్నామా, షూట్ వాడుతున్నామా, లీవ్స్ వాడుతున్నామా, షుడ్ వాళ్ళ హోల్ ప్లాంట్ వాడుతున్నామా రాయాలి. దెన్ ట్రెడిషనల్ నాలెడ్జ్, దిస్ ఈజ్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. హౌ టు యూజ్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యూ కెన్ సీ హియర్ Abutilon indicum used to cure nervous disorder, especially the pot roots. How we are using the roots used to cure the nervous disorder? How is prepare any decoction or a paste like that? You should write. Then again use own user లేదా ఎక్కడైనా సేల్ చేస్తున్నామా, తర్వాత ఎవరు ఇన్ఫార్మర్ మనకు వాళ్ళని నాలెడ్జ్ హోల్డర్స్ కింద రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. సో ఇఫ్ యూ సీ హియర్ కిలోట్రాపిస్ జైగాన్షియా, latex is using for scorpion bite. How they are using? Where the scorpion bite is there, they are applying latex. So ilaga manam record cheyali. And you see some of the common medicinal plants illa daggara perugutunnatuvanti. These are the very common medicinal plants, and this is one person folk healer, ఎవరు వాళ్ళు ఎలా ఇస్తారు అనేది. దెన్ ఆర్నమెంటల్ ప్లాంట్స్, ఇన్ దట్ ఆర్నమెంటల్ ప్లాంట్స్ అగైన్ ప్లాంట్ టైప్, లోకల్ నేమ్, సైంటిఫిక్ నేమ్, ఇట్ ఇస్ వెరీ కామన్, వెరైటీ, హైబ్రిడా, లోకలా, అండ్ దెన్ సోర్స్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్లాంట్, అగైన్ నైబర్ హౌస్ నుంచి తెచ్చుకున్నామా, లేదా మార్కెట్ నుంచి తెచ్చుకున్నామా, లేదా నర్సరీస్ నుంచి తెచ్చుకున్నామా. దెన్ కమర్షియల్ పర్పస్తో ఉందా, నాన్ కమర్షియల్ ఉందా. దెన్ లోకల్ స్టేటస్, అప్పుడు ఎట్లుంది, ఇప్పుడు ఎలా ఉంది. తర్వాత యూజెస్, దాన్ని ఎందుకు వాడుతున్నాం, తర్వాత ఎలా వాడుతున్నాం. నౌ యూ కెన్ సీ అలోవెరా. అలోవెరా కెన్ యూజ్ యాజ్ ఎ మెడిసినల్ ప్లాంట్ అండ్ ఆల్సో ఆర్నమెంటల్ ప్లాంట్స్ లైక్ దట్. ద డయాబెటిక్ పేషెంట్స్ ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ద ఫ్లెషీ లీవ్స్, అది అక్కడ రాయాలి, విత్ షుగర్స్ ఆర్ ఎనీ అదర్ క్యాండీ. దెన్ హూ ఆర్ ద రిసోర్స్ పర్సన్. This is very very important. Associated knowledge is very very important, especially for medicinal plants and other plants. Then common ornamental plants. These are the common ornamental plants. Very common. Now most of the people think that మనకు టౌన్స్లో మాత్రమే ఆర్నమెంటల్ ప్లాంట్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి, పల్లెల్లో ఎక్కువ ఉండవు. అలాగే ఏం లేదు, పీపుల్ ఇప్పుడు బాగా చేంజ్ అయ్యారు. పల్లెటూరు వాళ్ళు కూడా చాలా ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్గా దే ఆర్ growing so many ornamental plants like this. Then timber yielding plants, type of plant, again herb or shrub or tree. Here timber means only trees will come. Then local name of that particular plant, scientific name, habit, again tree, and then local status, I already told you. Then wild or home garden. Here wild means జస్ట్ మన అగ్రికల్చరల్ ల్యాండ్లో అలా పెరుగుతుంటే వాటిని వైల్డ్ కింద కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి, లేదా మన ఇంటి వెనకల పక్కన ముందర పెరుగుతుంటే వాటిని మనము హోమ్ గార్డెన్ కింద కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి. తర్వాత ఎనీ అదర్ యూజ్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ అజాడిరెక్టా ఇండికా, నీమ్, దిస్ ఆల్సో యూజ్డ్ యాజ్ ఆర్నమెంటల్ ప్లాంట్, మెడిసినల్ ప్లాంట్ అండ్ ఆల్సో మేజర్ టింబర్ yielding plant. So here other uses, the juvenile stems used as a toothbrush to wash our teeth. So the people growing this tree for shading also in front of their home. Then other details, nativa, exotica, ఇట్లాంటివి ఏమైనా ఉంటే మనం రికార్డ్ చేయొచ్చు. See the common timber yielding trees surroundings లో మనకి ఏముంటాయి, అకేషియా నిలోటికా ఉంటుంది, అజాడిరెక్టా ఇండికా, టెక్టోనా గ్రాండిస్, like that. Then domesticated animals, what are the species that are there in our premises? In general we have cattle, especially ox, and then cow. The local name of that particular cattle and also the scientific name, then breed. Here just now Shilpi madam mentioned about the Turpu cattle, which is from Amrabad Tiger Reserve area. So if that any varieties are there, local breeds are there, you should mention, or Ongol bull or any other bull like that you should mention. And then features of that particular bulls, heavy body na, light body na, height, low height, high height, what are the special features, and the method of keeping, how they are keeping this particular cattle. షెడ్లో పెడుతున్నారా, ఫ్రీ రోమింగ్ వదిలేస్తున్నారా, ఇలాంటివి మనం అక్కడ రాయాలి. దెన్ అగైన్ స్టేటస్, ఒకప్పుడు ఇలా ఉన్నాయి, ఇప్పుడు ఉన్నాయా లేవా. దెన్ యూజెస్, అగ్రికల్చర్ కోసం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నామా, లేదా ఫుడ్ కోసం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నామా, లేదా మిల్క్ కోసం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నామా, ఈ షుడ్ రైట్. దెన్ అసోసియేటెడ్ నాలెడ్జ్ అగైన్, ఇక్కడ దిస్ ఈస్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఏ ఆవులైతే ఎక్కువ పాలిస్తాయి, లేదా ఏవైతే వ్యవసాయానికి మంచి పనికి వస్తాయి, ఏ ఎద్దులైతే బాగుస్తాయి, ఇలాంటివి డేటా మన రైతులను అడిగితే చెప్తారు, వాటిని మనం ఇక్కడ రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. దెన్ కమర్షియల్ రేరింగ్, అంటే ఎక్కడైనా ఎవరైనా వాటిని ఆర్టిఫిషియల్గా ఇంజెక్షన్ చేస్తూ రేరింగ్ ఏమైనా చేస్తున్నారా, అంటే వాటి బ్రీడింగ్ చేస్తున్నారా, అలాంటిది ఏమన్నా ఉంటే రాయాలి. దెన్ అదర్ డీటెయిల్స్, దానికి సంబంధించిన కాస్ట్ కానీ ఏదన్నా కానీ మెన్షన్ చేయొచ్చు. తర్వాత నాలెడ్జ్ హోల్డర్, దెన్ ఇలాగా బఫెలో రాయొచ్చు, షీప్, గోడ్స్, డాంకీస్, పిగ్స్, ర్యాబిట్స్, ఏవైనా, ఈవెన్ ఇంక్లూడింగ్ పౌల్ట్రీ. Then you see here the domesticated animals, so many domesticated animals, including piggery also. You can see here. So many varieties of hen in poultry. Now in one village we observed the chilaka mukku kollu. You can see the beak is very short. And you know the cost of this particular one bird around 30 to 40,000 rupees. ఒక్కొక్క కోడి 40 నుంచి 50,000 అలాగా రేట్లు పోతాయి. ఎందుకు పోతాయంటే ఒక్కసారి ఎగ్ లే చేస్తే దాదాపు ఒక కంటిన్యూస్గా ఒక 100 ఎగ్స్ని ఇచ్చేస్తాయి. కానీ నార్మల్ కోళ్ళు మనకు చాలా తక్కువ ఇస్తాయి. ఇలాంటివి ఏమన్నా ఉన్నాయా, ఈ షుడ్ రికార్డ్. దెన్ ఫిషెస్, వాట్ ఆర్ ద కల్చర్ ఫిషెస్, దట్ మీన్స్ చెరువులో మనం వదిలి పెంచుతున్నటువంటి ఫిషెస్ ఏమున్నాయి. సో ఆ ఫిషెస్ యొక్క కామన్ నేమ్ ఇందాక మేడం గారు చెప్పినట్టుగా, దెన్ సైంటిఫిక్ నేమ్, వెరైటీ, లోకల్ వెరైటీనా లేదా ఎన్ని హైబ్రిడా, తర్వాత ఫీచర్స్, దాని ఫ్యాట్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటుందనా లేకపోతే మంచి మీల్ ఎక్కువ వస్తుందనా, అలాంటివి ఏమైనా డీటెయిల్స్ ఉంటే రాయాలి. దెన్ అది పాండ్లో పెరుగుతుందా, కెనాల్లో పెరుగుతుందా, ఇలాంటివి ఏమన్నా రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. దెన్ పాస్ట్ అండ్ ప్రజెంట్ స్టేటస్, అండ్ ఆల్సో యూజెస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ fish. Most of the fish used as a food only. Other ఇంకేమైనా యూజెస్ ఉంటే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇన్ అవర్ తెలంగాణ వన్ స్పెషాలిటీ ఇస్ దేర్ ఫర్ ఫిష్. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ స్పెషాలిటీ, మన బత్తిన సోదరులు మందు ఇస్తారు మార్గశిర కార్తె వచ్చినప్పుడు, మృగశిర కార్తె వచ్చినప్పుడు ఆ ఫిష్ ఏం వాడుతున్నారు, అట్లాంటివి ఏమన్నా ఉంటే ఆ రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. అసోసియేటెడ్ నాలెడ్జ్ కూడా. తర్వాత కమర్షియల్ రేరింగ్ ఏమన్నా ఉంటే, అంటే హ్యాచరీస్ ఏమన్నా ఉంటే వాటి గురించి మనం మెన్షన్ చేయాలి. ఇక్కడ అదర్ డీటెయిల్స్లో ద కాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫిష్ మే బి మెన్షన్డ్, కిలో ఎంత ఉంటుంది, అలాంటివి ఏమైనా మనం మెన్షన్ చేయొచ్చు. నౌ యూ కెన్ సీ ద ఫిషర్మెన్స్, ఎలాంటి వలలు వాడతారు, ఇట్లాంటివన్నీ కూడా యూ కెన్ మెన్షన్ లైక్ దిస్. దెన్ మార్కెట్ ఫర్ డొమెస్టికేటెడ్ animals and plants. What are the market areas for animals and also plants? You should record the areas, the villages, సరౌండింగ్ విలేజెస్లో ఎక్కడైనా శాండీస్ జరుగుతుంటే వాటిని రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. అది అక్కడ ఏమేమి బర్డ్స్ తీసుకెళ్తారు, ఏమేమి యానిమల్స్ తీసుకెళ్తారు, ఏమేమి ప్లాంట్స్ తీసుకెళ్తారు, తర్వాత వీక్లీనా, డే ఆఫ్టర్ డేనా, ఎవ్రీ డేనా, ఇలాంటివన్నీ కూడా. వీక్లీ అయితే విచ్ డే, తర్వాత ఒకవేళ బయాన్యువల్ అయితే మంత్లో ఎప్పుడు చేస్తారు, తర్వాత ఏమేమి అమ్ముతారు, ఏమేమి కొంటారు. సో ఆల్ దీస్ షుడ్ బి రికార్డెడ్. దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ ద శాండీస్. ఇవన్నీ కూడా అందులోకి వచ్చేస్తాయి. దెన్ ద థర్డ్ వన్ ఈస్ వైల్డ్ బయోడైవర్సిటీ. సో కమెంట్ here the wild biodiversity means most of the people are confusing. Again I am telling one simple technique. Other than agriculture, other than domesticated, is nothing but wild. You can treat it as a wild. Our target to prepare a PBR is you should record that all the bio resources of that particular village in that PBR. That is our target. So the format 18 here, the tree shrubs, that means the plants, the wild plants that are there in the panchayat. Here you can see the format. Again, the type of the plant, herba, shrubba, tree, narasta, local name, scientific name, habit, and then habitat. హ్యాబిటాట్ మీన్స్ ఫారెస్ట్ లోపల పెరుగుతుందా, ఫారెస్ట్ మీద పెరుగుతుందా, లేదా ఫారెస్ట్ ఏరియాలో ఉందా, ప్లెయిన్స్లో ఉందా, మాయిస్ట్ లొకాలిటీస్లో ఉందా, ఇలాంటి డేటా వీ షుడ్ రికార్డ్. అండ్ దెన్ ద స్టేటస్, పాస్ట్ అండ్ ప్రజెంట్ స్టేటస్. అంటే ఎనీ కమర్షియల్ యూస్ ఏమైనా ఉందా, ఉంటే విల్ మెన్షన్, అదర్వైజ్ విల్ లీవ్ ఇట్. పార్ట్స్ కలెక్షన్, ఒకవేళ ఏదైనా కలెక్షన్ చేస్తుంటే ఏం పార్ట్స్ కలెక్ట్ చేస్తారు, ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ గురువింద సీడ్ కలెక్ట్ చేస్తారు ఆ ప్రెస్పెక్టోరియస్లో, అలాగే ఏమన్నా ఉంటే రాయాలి. వాటికి ఏమైనా ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఉందా, ట్రెడిషనల్ నాలెడ్జ్ కానీ ఇంకోటి కానీ ఏమైనా ఉందా, ఆ యూజ్ని వీ షుడ్ రైట్ ఇన్ ఏ ట్రెడిషనల్ నాలెడ్జ్. దెన్ అదర్ డీటెయిల్స్ అండ్ ఆల్సో హూ ఆర్ ద పర్సన్ హూ గేవ్ ద ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, like that. If it is possible, you should record some fungi also. Some of the experts are there, like your Dr. Nagaraju, who is working on fungi. He will help us to recording all the fungi species, and some other uh, professors are there who have expertise in identification of fungi. సో వాళ్ళని కలిసి మనము ఆ డేటాను తీసుకోవచ్చు. సో ఇలాగా యూ కెన్ సీ హియర్, దిస్ ఈస్ ఎ స్పెషల్ ఫంగై దట్ గ్రోస్ ఆన్ ద ఫికల్ మ్యాటర్ ఆఫ్ ద గోట్స్. సో ఇలాంటివి రికార్డ్ చేయాలి, మన ఊర్లోనే దొరుకుతాయి ఇవన్నీ కూడా. దెన్ ద టెడోఫైట్స్ అండ్ దెన్ అదర్ వైల్డ్ ప్లాంట్స్ and some of the parasites which are commonly known as bajanica. Mostly all these parasites they are using in this preparation of some medicines. And then some of the epiphytes, if forest area is there, you may identify all these things. Some of the grasses, common grasses, and here endemic plants. This is very, very important. Endemic means the taxa restricted to a particular geographic area. అలాంటివి ఏమైనా ఉంటే ప్లాంట్స్లో యూ షుడ్ రికార్డ్. దిస్ ఈస్ ఫ్రమ్ నల్లమలైస్, ఆండ్రోగ్రాఫిస్ నల్లమలయానా. అండ్ దెన్ అగైన్ ఫ్రమ్ నల్లమలైస్, Euphorbia linearifolia, variety nallamalayana. And this is from forest areas of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, Hibantha swatswai. And then Euphorbia sengupte, present only in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, nowhere in the world. And then third, 19th format, the wild plant species of importance. What are the wild plants which are having any importance, either medicinal or edible or ornamental, any we should record. Then the importance. Now you can see some of the beautiful flowers here. They are wild ornamental plants, like that. Now you can see here, this is Greve tenax, the fruits are edible. Here Cadabra trifoliata, the leaves are edible and also medicinal plant. This is Phoenix silvestris, we are extracting toddy from this phoenix, like that. These are the uses. And other wild edible plants and some of the ornamentals, wild ornamentals. And this is another important thing, how we are extracting forest resources. Avanni kuda we should record as a firewood, and also preparation of some brooms, cheap brooms or costly brooms, and for the purpose of thatching and preparation of bamboo baskets, etc. we should record. And then other products, any other uses from the wild plants. Then aquatic biodiversity, the 20th. Here so many people think that aquatic biodiversity means only plants they are mentioning. No, it should be mentioned both plants and animals that are present in the aquatic areas. Again, local name, scientific name, variety, here wild only, and then features, any special features, and then habitat of that particular plant. Either is it present in the marshy areas or along the water areas or in only moist localities, or otherwise is it floating on water or submerged, like that it should mention in the habitat. Then status, local status, present and past, and also any use ఏది ఉంటే అది రాయాలి, మెడిసినల్, ఫాడర్, edible, anything. And then any other associated knowledge and other information, anything, and knowledge holder. Then you can see here, these are some of the aquatic plants. This is Typha angustata, used as a thatching material, and this is Sagittaria. It is used as some some of the people using as ornamental, like that. And you can see here, this is um, Ceratophyllum demersum, and then Apnogeton, and then the smallest angiosperm, that is Wolffia. Like that, we should record some of the wild ornamentals from the aquatic areas and aquatic birds. We should record aquatic and other fishes. We should mention in that, in this format. Then aquatic plant importance. What are the important plants that are present in the aquatic area? Very simple: local name, scientific name, and variety, and the importance. Edible, fodera, ఏముందో అది. And the trends. Is it common or rare? Again, some of the aquatic plants. Then wild importance of medicinal plants. That means wild plants with medicinal importance. So what are the medicinal plants present in the particular forest area or any other area? Now you can see plant type, that means climbera, herba, shrubberastum. Then local name of the particular plant and the scientific name and the variety, and both the source, especially we are talking about wild, then the source may be the wild only. And then status, and then use, for what we are using, and then parts used, seeds are, roots are, leaves are, like that, and the traditional knowledge regarding that particular species, and then own user, market user, and then knowledge holder. We should record all these things. And then you can see some of the forest products away. Then some of the medicinal plants here. You can see Strychnus nuxvomica, Gymnema sylvestre, Tylophora indica, and other species. The beautiful Gloriosa superba. And this is Erythroxylon monogyna. The fruits are edible here. And the wild relatives. There is a big confusion regarding these wild relatives. Very simple. For example, the Oryza sativa, the paddy. The genus Oryza, any other species that are present in our area, that should be call it as a wild relative. Like that, you should record. And here the local name of that particular, and then cultivated name. Here you can see the cultivated crop and the wild variety. Here I can take one, Cajanus caraboides, very common wild relative of Cajanus caja. And where it is present? Present in the slope of the forest. And once upon a time it is a common, now it is a rare. And then the usage is main, it is used as a fodder. The whole plant is used as a fodder, and any other details. And who is the knowledge person? Like that, you should record. Now you can see this is Oryza rufipogon, very common and very close relative of Oryza sativa. And then Sesamum alatum and Sesamum laciniatum. Both are wild relative of Sesamum indicum, that is sesame, nuvulu. Then again Sesamum radiatum. These can also treat as wild ornamentals and also wild relatives. Then this is about Cajanus scarabaeoides. And then Citrullus colocynthis, and then Ebulmoscus ficalneus. And then wild ornamentals. I can see the local name and also scientific name of the particular plant, and the variety wild only, and the habitat where they are growing, in a rocky areas or floating on water or any other areas. And then purpose of the usage, how we are using, commercial purpose or non-commercial. Then any associated knowledge regarding the particular wild ornaments. For example, if you take some of the wild ornamentals like Asparagus racemosus or Buteomonosperma, you can write in the associated TK, propagated through the seeds, propagated through the stem cuttings, like that you can write it. And any other details. For any other details, if you take Buteomonosperma, the flowers are used as a pigment material, especially at the time of Holi, they are using. Like that you can mention. Then these are the some of the wild ornamental plants. Now you can see here, this is Passiflora foetida. The flowers are used as a wild ornamental, the fruits are edible. The both uses are coming. Again, Dipteracanthus. Then fumigates. This is one another confusing format regarding fumigates or chewing plants. Here fumigates means పొగ వేయడానికి ఉపయోగించేది, చూయింగ్ మీన్స్ నమలడానికి బాగా అలవాటు ఉన్నది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తమలపాకులు, పోకలు ఇవన్నీ నములుతూ ఉంటారు, పొగాకు. తర్వాత పల్లెల్లో ఎస్పెషలీ ఈ మస్కిటోస్ ఎక్కువైపోయినప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తారంటే, some of the people, especially farmers, that they collect some leaves like neem or eucalyptus or any vitex negundo. They collect the leaves, వాటిని మంట మీద పెడతారు. They put it to the fire. Then the smoke will come. ఎప్పుడైతే పొగ వచ్చిందో దోమలన్నీ పోతాయి. So these are called as fumigates. And then chewing plants. For example, in olden days, the Phoenix sylvestris leaves, ఎవరికైనా నోట్లో మౌత్ అల్సర్స్ వస్తే ద యూజ్ టు చ్యూ, బాగా నమిలితే మౌత్ అల్సర్స్ పోయేవి. అలాంటివి ఏమన్నా ఉంటే యూ షుడ్ రికార్డ్. Then these are the common fumigates and other chewing plants. Nicotiana tabacum, Cardia dichotoma, the leaves are used as chewing plants, and Phoenix sylvestris and other incidentally purchased from other areas, Piper beetle and Areca cottage. Then wild timbers. Wild timbers means the timber yielding plants that are present in the forest areas in the vicinity of our panchayat. So what are the wild timber plants? Local name, scientific name, habitat, present status and past status, and also associated knowledge as of timbering yielding plants, and then any other uses and knowledge holder persons, knowledge holder name. You can see this is Anugisus latifolia, Velama or Chinumanu antam, and then terminalia arjuna, the timber yielding plant, like that. Then this format 27A and B, they are not suitable for our area because we don't have sea. They are belongs to marine flora and marine fauna. There is no need to discuss here. So the wild animals, here wild animals, it includes all the animals, it includes insects, all other things. Animal type, that means is it a mollusk or insect or any other thing. And then local name, most of the wild animals, they don't have local names. So then scientific name, then habitat, and then description, and then season when we see, and the status, and also uses if any, associated knowledge, and also mode of hunting. This is very, very important, and the other details and knowledge holder. Now there is a big doubt here. So how we should record the wild animals? Very simple, very simple. So for this, you should walk around the village in the night time once. Then you may find some reptiles, you may find some amphibians, and you may find some insects. And if you ask our old persons, they will give the clarity about the wild mammals, especially జింకలు ఉండేనా లేదా పులులు ఉండేనా సింహాలు ఉండేనా ఇట్లా ఏం అడిగినా they will tell about. If you go to Adilabad area, one Bejuru forest, it is famous for the vultures. Except Bejuru, one or two places are there in entire Telangana. No other areas or no other area we recorded the vultures. Only Bejuru is the place for vultures. If such areas are there, you should record. Then if you see some of the wild fauna here, so many of the insects, it includes butterflies, dragonflies, damselflies, and also beetles, and so many other moths and beetles, and very, very small teeny insect. You can record even housefly also, even the mosquitoes also, even the small flies or the small what we call the honeybees, also wild animals. And then if you come to the reptiles, so many varieties here, the testudines, geckos, agamids, skinks, chameleons, lacertids, monitor lizards, and snakes are there in the reptiles. And then these are some of the amphibians. Different types of frogs. Now you can see all the first one and the second one is belongs to water, toads, and this is a frog, and this is a tree frog. Like that, you should record. If you observe, all these photographs were taken in the night time, and some of the reptiles. Even the live reptiles is not possible to take the photograph. You can take the photographs of reptiles who killed by someone or any road killings. Now you can see some of the road kills like this. You can record. And this is another snakes and other birds, very very common birds in our areas, very common. And the identification of some of the mammals through the scats and also the pug marks, through the pug marks and recorded of other mammals. This is about urban biodiversity. If our area is very near to urban area, then we should follow all these formats. Otherwise, no need to follow these formats. With this, I conclude my session. Thank you very much. I would like to invite you all to my Telangana Botanical Garden at Dr. BRR Government Degree College, Jedcherla. Thank you very much. They are my soldiers who created this Telangana Botanical Garden. Thank you very much. If any doubts, I am ready to answer.
Thank you very much, sir, for the extensive and elaborate talk on PBR. Definitely, all the students got enlightened with this knowledge because it is nowhere available. They cannot get through online also. Since you are already in this field,
Yes, sir.
definitely it's a guiding force, sir. You will be a guiding force for all the students, sir. సార్ నాగరాజ్ సార్, స్టూడెంట్స్ ఎవరైనా ఇంటరాక్ట్ అవ్వాలనుకుంటే ఈ క్లాస్ రూమ్ నుంచి చేయించండి సార్.
Oh, so many members.
We placed in a class room, sir. There
It's very nice, sir. It's very nice.
Great to see. Great.
Thank you. Nice. Oh, around more than 100, I think. Sir,
Good.
any doubts
any question,
regarding these formats?
students,
Students can interact at any
opportunity.
time.
Yeah, make use this opportunity. If you have any queries, please ask, sir.
And maybe this is the first program regarding this updation of PBRs uh, done by Telangana Biodiversity Board along with City College. I am very happy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is
On this occasion, I would like to invite you and also my small request to you, all our faculty members, especially botany and zoology. Please come forward to complete the updation of PBRs of our Telangana Biodiversity Board. This is our work as a educated people and as a knowledge fellows. This is our duty to record that what are the bioresources of our state. You can make a teams of the student
yes,
and
sir.
then allocate one or two villages, better their own villages. And if this may be a first meeting, if better, we will arrange another meeting for the selected students only. And
Yes,
once if they enter into the field, they may come across some constraints. Then it is easy to give the feedback and also give one more class on this preparation of PBRs. Sir, this is our duty as an elder persons. I already told, and also this is our primary duty because of NGT is forcing the biodiversity boards like anything. Even though it is no force from the NGT, but it is our duty. That's
Yes,
why
sir.
I'm requesting all the staff members, please involve in the preparation of PBRs and ask our friends. We will togetherly do it now. We'll togetherly do it.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. నాగరాజ్ సార్, స్టూడెంట్స్కి ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే స్టూడెంట్స్ దగ్గర నుంచి మీరు అడగొచ్చు. నాగరాజ్ సార్, ఒకవేళ స్టూడెంట్స్ డౌట్స్ ఏమైనా ఉంటే యూ కెన్ ఆస్క్ సార్. మీరు డైరెక్ట్గా అడగొచ్చు. 1 or 2 క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏమైనా ఉంటే. లేదు, వన్స్ ఒకసారి పిల్లలు ఫీల్డ్కి వచ్చిన తర్వాత డౌట్స్ ఎక్కువ వస్తాయి, అలాగైనా పర్లేదు.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think there is a connectivity problem, sir, from the e-classroom.
ఓకే సార్.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Shilpi Sharma garu and also Dr. Sadashiva garu, sir. It's a very innovative program because we will conduct only on subject-wise workshops and seminars. This is completely which will give an on-field experience to the students also, and we are looking forward to enroll many of the students, almost all the students. We'll try to keep it as a mandatory also, sir, for the student to participate in the People's Biodigest Register. And definitely will move forward to work with you people, sir. Thank you very much for your time, sir, and for that elaborate explanation. And we are very fortunate to get all this knowledge because
Thank
you
you,
all
sir.
come across all the hurdles initially. So
Yes.
for us, it will be easy. So
Yes.
whenever any problem comes, we can approach you directly.
And
So,
one more thing, sir, Telangana Biodiversity is ready to collaborate with us, and they will
yes, sir.
provide certificates to our students, and they
Yes,
will
sir.
give training to our students, and also
Yes, sir.
they will give some collaboration certificate to our college, which will be useful for us in the for the purpose of NAC or any other criteria.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When I met madam, she briefed all those things, sir.
Okay,
And
right, sir.
only suggest your name. And we are very much happy to listen this all the biodiversity people's register data and all, sir. So thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much also.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. Thank you.
thank
We hope for good collaborations from City College. Thank you.
Yes, madam. Thank you, madam. Thank you.